color. How about that? The in color part is what I like the best. All right. I had to go to the Buick place after work today. Had to get my other car fixed. I had a few little problems with it, but we're all good now. But I'm a little earlier than usual here. Well, or at least earlier today than I've been, I think, all week. I don't know. It's hard for me to keep up with, all so much shit going on. So what's happening, folks? It's another fabulous Friday. Friday. It ought to be Fryday, but I guess they didn't want to confuse the day or whatever. Anyway. Yep. Hello, Ashley. Figured I'd see you in there pretty soon. Hello, Daddy-O. Forgot to go to work yesterday, so they are allowing me to make it up today. All right, well, good. Now, remember, you can't do that a whole lot. You got to remember to go to work whenever you're scheduled. Every day that you're scheduled, you got to remember to go. Okay? I don't forget to go because my schedule's the same all the time. You got one of those little memo book things, in your cell phone. Those come in handy sometimes. You know what I mean? You can write down your hours, put them in your phone, and then you have a little alarm that goes ding ding. Ashley, go to work. Anyway, so I just got finished at the Buick place. They're gonna have to fix the door on my car. On my 2025 car. I got a trim issue on the outside of the car. They don't have a body shop there, so they're going to send it out. But yeah, not looking forward to that at all. Anyway, I guess I should call the Johnny Londoff Chevrolet where I bought it from and see what they say. Because I think they actually have a body shop. I was going to go to the Buick place because they're a little faster. You know what I mean? They do work a little faster than say like all these other places around. I was able to get Dee's car in. We got it out in 3 days. It had some motor mount issues and what they call strut mounts for like the motor and transmission and shit. The mounts were bad, so they had to put new mounts on. And thank God I had a warranty that I bought with that car, because if not, it would have cost me about $2,200. But I only paid $100 because the insurance took care of the rest of it, which is actually pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm now on my way home. I'm going to have to go back out later. Dee and I got to come get her car a little later. I don't know if she's going to want to do it tonight or if we're going to come out here in the morning or what. It's a pretty good ways from my house. All right, let's see here. I got in at 6 p.m. We're hoping a 6 p.m. tonight to get off around 10. Well, you only work part-time though, right? That's just a part-time thing for you for now? A few days a week or something like that? What the fuck is up with my hair? That sucks. I hate it when my hair does that. I'm getting ready to get it all cut off anyway. It looks retarded. My hair is retarded. 10 p.m. Now, when you go to work, does Tommy come and get you, or do you ride your bike, or do you walk, or what? Because, ever since that Irina Zaruska or whatever her name was got killed over there in Charlotte, I'm a little more concerned about you and your sister. You know what I mean? I know that you guys can pretty much handle yourselves, but you never know. There's a lot of crazy people around these days. So I was had a doctor's appointment Monday, and then Tuesday I had to go have a bunch of blood work done. Thank God I had insurance for that. But I think I talked a little bit about that on Wednesday. But I got to phone call today from the people that did my evaluation or physical or checkup or whatever. And they said that I'm as healthy as a horse. Yep. My blood count was good, my hemoglobin was good, my sugars was good, my cholesterol was good, so I'm all good. My proteins and everything are at a good level, the way they're supposed to be. And I don't have any viewers. I wonder why. I wonder if, I don't know what's there you are. Is that you, Ashley? Yeah, I got 2 viewers now. Man, I don't know what it is. Sometimes, like when I make turns and shit, I lose my signal or what it is, but I lose my audience. That's kind of sorry, I hate it. Anyway, I got a phone call from my people that, yes, part-time, okay. Yeah, I got a call from the people that did my blood work. Everything's all good. I may have to go back and review the video to see what I'm talking about. It's freaking hot in my car. Why is it so hot in my car? I'm about to burn up here. I don't want to run my air conditioning because it's not warm enough for that, but it's hot in my car. I'm up to 4 people. Hello, people. What's happening? Dude, hit the button twice, hit the face of your phone twice, or subscribe or whatever. If you don't mind, if you don't want to, that's okay too. I won't hold it against you. I think what it is people don't expect me to look like this when they come on. They expect some young kid to be up here talking. Of course, I do have a photo. I do have a photo when people look at my page to see if I'm on or not. Maybe I'll just start doing a generic type thing, Just put up an interesting, because it's not really about the like the time that people view, it's the amount of viewers I get, I guess. I don't know, because I don't get monetized for this, I don't make any money doing this. I guess, if I could find a schedule of time, to do this every day, or, twice a week or something like that, but like for longer periods of time, I'd have to be but I don't really want to do this full time. I like, having, a half hour or so, because I don't have to talk a whole lot. For a half hour is not too bad. You know what I mean? But, so it's been kind of busy at work. Keeping me busy. I've got a lot of orders coming in. And, man, the crew that I work with, they're kicking ass on these vans and trucks. It's amazing, I had no vehicles in my line this morning for inspections. And then at like 10 o'clock I had 5. And then by 2:30 I had another 4, so that's 9. So there was 9 for them. And then I had 4 from another crew. So that's 13. I had 13 vehicles. I've lost my signal again, I'm sure. Damn it. I hate coming this way. I really need to do something about this. I guess I'm going to have to get one of those cell phone boosters. You know, the cell phone boosters you put in your car. Because this sucks. Like, I had like 4 or 5 people on there. Then I lost my signal, I guess. Then I got 0 again. I don't understand why it does this. Maybe this is just the area for cell phone or something. I don't know. Gotta get to work. Okay. I love you too, baby. You have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Anyway, so yeah. I hate this. I hate going this way. I need to get one of those cell phone booster things, I think. I really honestly think that's what's going on. Is I'm running on the Wi-Fi on my car, and I think that is part of the problem. Woohoo! I'm not really sure. Anyway, I got all kinds of equinoxes around me. I just passed one. I got one right on my ass. I got one up here ahead of me. So I was supposed to go see Ace Frehley this weekend, possibly. They were having a contest for tickets, and I always sign up for the contest, you know. So it was going to be Slaughter, Angel, and Ace Frehley. And I found out that through, I don't know, Facebook or somewhere that Ace Frehley has been sick, apparently. I don't know if he's got cancer or what's going on with it. You know, because they don't disclose that kind of thing on you know, websites and shit. So I got a feeling that whatever the illness is, he's going to need treatment for, because he apparently has canceled like the rest of his tour. And if I had gotten the tickets, I'd be going to a concert. I think it was tonight, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was tonight at the Family Arena, but they canceled it because Ace Frehley's, you know, not doing really well. Now that's not to say that, you know, he won't get better and then do the tour later on, but for right now, they're not going to do anything with that tour. They're just going to end it. That was a pretty good lineup, but I can imagine now that the other bands are probably freaking out, because that's, you know, that's revenue that they're going to lose, because, you know, Ace isn't touring, and I don't think, you know, they've even discussed doing like one of the other bands as headliner. I don't think either of the other bands have enough material. Well, maybe Angel does. Angel might have enough material to be a headliner, but Slaughter doesn't. I don't think Slaughter have it like 2 albums. And for them to do a complete set, you know, like if it would last an hour, they'd have to do probably, I don't know, 15 to 18 songs. And I don't think they have that many songs in their vocabulary or their library. So Slaughter couldn't be the headliner. Angel could, I guess, but you know, they're not. I don't think they were as popular in the 80s. I mean, they were a good band and all, but I don't even really remember hearing about them until, you know, the past few years. God, it's hot in here. What the hell is going on with my AC? Jeez. But anyway, so it looks like I won't be going to a concert, but there's some other stuff going on this weekend around my area. There's some kind of Veterans Memorial Parade or something this weekend. That ought to be pretty cool. I'm probably going to go to that and show my support for the troops. I always take great pride in doing it. That's why I wear a red shirt on Fridays. We call it Red Shirt Fridays. Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. So I wear a red shirt every Friday for that. But you know, I don't know how many people out there actually keep up with things like that. But I do. I have a lot of respect for our troops, Homeland Security, ICE, all those guys. I don't know really too much about the local police stations or police departments. Some of these cities, the ICE agents and federal agents are under attack from Antifa, and the local police, like in Portland, aren't helping at all. They're actually, if somebody gets assaulted there, the person that gets assaulted, is defending themselves, and they're the ones that fucking gets arrested. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But it's because you got a fucking bunch of corrupt politicians, running the city of Portland, stuff like that. And they've told the police to stand down, So that's the problem with that. But I don't really want to talk about that too much. So I got 4 people watching. Nobody said a word except for Ashley. Unfortunately, Ashley had to get back to work. I know I've probably told you guys this before, but if you want to hit that like button, just tap your screen twice. It doesn't take that much energy. Or you can subscribe to my channel. I don't beg people to do that because I'm not making any money for doing this. I just do this in my spare time. It gives me something to kind of do when I'm driving home. And I only do it like 3 days a week. I try to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, there's been cases where I've missed a day. Like I missed, if I missed a Wednesday, I'd do a video on Thursday. If I missed a Friday video, I would do one on Saturday. So there's been a few instances when I've done that, but those times are few and far between. And it really kind of just depends on my schedule too as to what time I come on. But I'm usually on around, kind of the same time during the day. If any of you guys are, excuse me. He's sitting on the other side over there. Sorry, guys. Working man. Working class. Some of you probably out there don't know what working class is all about. I know those people that are those protesters don't know what working class is. They're all a bunch of freaking basement dwelling bums. Living in grandma's basement. They only come out to eat, and take shit, and shower. I think it's funny. I used to talk to about my dogs. I'd always make the joke, eat, sleep, piss, and shit. And that's pretty much what those little Antifa motherfuckers are. Eat, sleep, piss, and shit, and raise hell. But like I say, we're not going to talk about them. I don't want to give them any more attention than they need, or should be entitled to. That's right. Well, I guess there's a lot of people that are busy on other channels. I got 1 or 2 stragglers coming in every now and then. I've really been looking forward to this weekend. It's been a long week. Even though, I didn't really work 10 hours. Excuse me, working class. I didn't really work 10 hours all week, except for, Tuesday or Wednesday. Did I work 10 hours Wednesday? Yeah, I think I did. I worked 10 hours Wednesday. But I was trying to make up for a couple hours I missed on Monday and Tuesday because of these doctor's appointments I had and stuff. What's up, viewer? I need to stop talking for a few minutes. throat's kind of bothering me. Whenever I talk too much, my voice starts to get like weak or something. But I think it's because I snore. Something, I don't know. Ugh. Man. Thank God I'm not far from home. I'm tired. I may lay down and take a nap when I get home. It's a nice day out today. I think the temperature is 77 outside. So it's a really nice day out. It was really cool most of the day. I think it was like low 50s early this morning. Lunch it was like 65 maybe, and we got up to 77. So the weather's been really nice. You know. It's all right. My eye was itching. I guess that's what happens when you put your dirty fingers in your eyes. Come on. Coming over? No? Alright. Well, I was going to try and let you over. If you're not coming, that's fine. Lady drivers, they trip me out. Yeehaw! So St. Louis Blues played their first home game last night, opening night. Man, did they really disappoint. It was like 5-0. Got beat by the Minnesota Wild, of all teams. Shut them out, 5-0. I hope this is not a sign of things to come this season. I'd hate to see them lose all the time. It's not a good thing when you lose the first game of the season. But when they get their tiny spank 5-0, it really makes them. It's going to make them take a second look at their lines and everything. Carolina Hurricanes won though. Those are my two favorite teams: Carolina Hurricanes and St. Louis Blues hockey. For those of you who don't know what hockey is, maybe check it out sometime. It's my favorite sport. I used to like baseball. I was a Braves fan, and then I moved to St. Louis area, and everybody was gung-ho Cardinals here. These Cardinals fans, I tell you what, they're something else. Well, I mean, they're not all the same. I mean, you got some good people that are Cardinals fans, but the real hardcore ones, the ones that really piss me off, they kind of ruined baseball for me. I don't watch baseball anymore, and I never really was much of a basketball fan. And I went to a couple of the Charlotte Hornets games when they first started playing in Charlotte years and years ago. I was a huge NASCAR fan, but NASCAR went woke, so I quit watching NASCAR. Then I was an NFL fan. I used to love watching football, but NFL disappointed me. They went woke. So I quit watching the NFL. I do, however, like the UFL, the St. Louis Battlehawks. We got a team here in St. Louis for the UFL, which was the XFL, until they merged with the USFL. Then they became the Unified Football League, which is a cool concept. They got three. They left 3 teams this year, and then picked up 3 new teams in other places. So that ought to be pretty cool. just a fan. You know, no, the fans wouldn't go to the damn games. They just couldn't get butts in the seats. You know, which really sucks. You know, but there's people that, you know, play in the UFL league that will probably end up in the NFL. And I guess it's kind of like, you know, farm teams or whatever. But I'm a huge Battlehawks fan. St. Louis Battlehawks, of course, yeah. Yeah, people coming and going. I guess I should call CarMax and let them know I got my car situated. They were like 2 weeks out or some shit like that. They I called them. I got a warranty through CarMax, and they were telling me they were like 2 weeks out. I wasn't going to even get in there until the 15th. I was like, fuck this. So I took the car over to Buick. Buick got it right in and got everything situated, got it right out. You know, it was just $100 deductibles all I had to pay. I like that, you know, having a warranty. It's an extended warranty. It's good for 125,000 miles. You know, but if I take it to CarMax, it only costs me $50. But if I take it somewhere else, it costs me $100. It's just the way my contract's written up, you know. So it's not. I mean, if I hadn't had that warranty, I would have spent like $2,200 for all the work they did on my car. Actually, it's not my car, even though it's in my name, and I did sign the paperwork for it. It's actually B's car. So it's reverse. Maybe next time we'll get her a brand new car. Find something worth buying, but it's not going to be real expensive. Look, car prices are outrageous now. But we can blame the Obama administration for that. Especially like the GM cars, that bailout that GM had. That was all headed up by Obama, and now the government owns GM. So the GM and Chevrolet have to do what the government tells them to do with their cars, and they're not cheap. But the quality's gone down on Chevrolet cars too. I've noticed over the past probably 8 or 9 years. I've noticed the difference in the quality. You know, it's really sad that they can't get good people to work. You know, they got a fucking United Auto Workers union. You know, why isn't the union doing something about it and making sure that the guys are building good cars? Or, you know, hire some good inspectors. I'll go fucking inspect cars. I ain't scared. You know? Get around these idiots. I see it every day. You know, I work for a company that works on Express vans, the Chevrolet vans, and the Colorado trucks. And I catch stuff all the time that doesn't work or is broken from factory or stuff like that. This quality, the GM quality just isn't what it used to be. It really sucks now. Which is bad because, people, when people buy cars and trucks, they want nice cars and trucks, And if they buy a car or truck, and it's not everything it's cracked up to be, you'd be amazed. I belong to a group on Facebook that is an Equinox group, and you'd be amazed at how many people are talking about all the problems they're having with their Equinox. I guess it's good that these companies, offer these extended warranties or everything, but when your car's only got 10,000 miles on it and you've got it in the shop every other day, that doesn't look good. You know what I mean? And I'm tired. I'm so looking forward to getting home today. I didn't mow my yard this weekend. I gotta mow at least the front yard. Get some fresh air. I've been in a stuffy shop all day. That really wears on you after a while, especially like after lunch. I used to not have this problem. I would eat really light lunches, but I'm a fat guy. Fat guys like to eat, so I eat a pretty good serving at lunch, and I get tired. I go home and kick my feet back and stuff like that today. I gotta put a load of clothes in the laundry. Hello viewer, what's happening? So if you want to like and subscribe my channel, feel free. I don't expect people to do it, but if you like, you can. I really wish people would, but I'm not in such a hurry to get it done that people need to do it like right now. When I started this out, I had an ultimate goal of 500 people, subscribers. So I got that 500, and then to keep it realistic, I went ahead and did another goal of 600. I think I've got like 557 or 558 followers or subscribers or something like that. I think most of the people that follow me are in foreign countries, like Germany and Austria and Russia, England, because that's where most of my views are going on. A lot of people in America don't really look at my material too much, or my content. So I got a feeling that it's going to take a while for my American crowd to come in and start saying hello. But then again, I'm not really one to talk about controversial things. Every once in a great while, I get a hair and I decide to talk about something that's a little controversial. That's not very often. There's other people talking about controversial things enough that I really don't need to. You get all the information you need for everybody else.